I think a bully is a person who is someone who is intending to harm somebody, whether it's to humiliate, to hurt physically, or to hurt emotionally besides just humiliation.
Because the reason I say that, because they're not in control in the situation that they're in, and they fed up with that. You know, they're not in control of their situation, and they want to do the same thing on somebody else to get a relief of what they're feeling.
I think my definition of a bully is someone that uses the fact of their humanity as something of a leverage over someone else. Someone that takes advantage of someone else in an unfair manner.
Hi, I'm Lisa Kenner-Grissom, and I'm the writer and producer of Tattoo You, the film. So Tattoo You, the play, I started that piece when I was in grad school, actually. I got my Master's of Fine Arts and Creative Writing in Stage and Screen from Lesley University in Cambridge, Mass. And during that time, it was an assignment, really. And I was interested in, I'm always interested in emotionally complex situations and relationships.
We're so fortunate to have just really an amazing creative team that is working to put this together. First and foremost, Lisa Kenner-Grissom, who has created the blueprint for us with her award-winning play that is now going to be a really powerful and incredible short film. Rob Bindler, an award-winning director of documentaries, feature films, and commercials. Some people may recognize his name from his really amazing documentary, which I was such a huge fan of, Hands on a Hard Body. And myself, working as a writer, producer, and marketer for a number of years, and a lot of people know me as being the co-writer of the 2011 Warner Brothers film Dolphin Tale, that starred Morgan Freeman, Ashley Judd, and Harry Connick Jr., and Gina Salemi, who is an incredibly prolific documentary producer who has worked on a number of unscripted and reality projects and really brings an incredible emotional intelligence to the work that we're doing and the incredible people that we've been able to meet who have shared their stories as well.
Tattoo You, the film and the play is about two women who, from very different backgrounds, who meet in the bathroom at their 20th high school reunion. And one of them had bullied the other way back when. So it's a confrontation between these two women in a highly charged environment with a lot of history.
Tattoo You is this interesting little microcosm that the play and the subsequent short film really represent an exciting jumping off point for a much bigger conversation about what bullying is, how it impacts us, and looking at a face of it that we don't ordinarily talk about.
So I started the project in grad school, and it was part of this competition for the Kennedy Center American College Theater Festival, and schools from all over the country participate in this, and it won sort of the regional level, and then it went to the national level and won the 10-minute play award, the National 10-minute play award that year. So that was a huge achievement, and it was really exciting. And from there, it went on to New York, where it won the Samuel French Off-Broadway Festival.
The use of funds is entirely straightforward. We have the good fortune to have an incredible director working with us, Rob Bindler, and we want to make sure that we have the resources to support the vision that he and Lisa have put together, to obviously film it, to do the necessary editorial and post-production work, and most importantly perhaps, to then be able to build the platform to ensure that the biggest number of people can see it, and that we create a community or a destination where people can share their own stories.
Being bullied made me feel like I was nobody. It really made me feel like if everybody else had a better chance of succeeding, that I couldn't, like becoming an actress. That's one of my main goals and always been my main goals. But because of what people would tell me, I always felt like no one's gonna ever wanna hire me because I'm ugly, or because I'm short, or because I'm a lesbian, because I like this, because I like that. I always felt that way.
I felt attacked. I felt ashamed of what I look like. I felt like, you know, maybe I am not an attractive person like other people are.
Just remembering all that pain that I went through and how awful it was. I mean, it was terrible. I had nowhere to go.
If we don't look at each other as another human being, then we're not going to be able to survive any civilization.
The environment became completely untenable and absolutely unlivable for me. I mean, I was at the point of wanting to end my life because of it. And it's, you know, it's taken me a long time to even accept that this is what happened, you know, that I was bullied and that I was a victim. I don't want to see myself as a victim, you know? It's really important to me to not be seen that way. And
the message of this project is to speak out, to speak, to tell us your stories.
And I certainly am of the belief that the more we can talk about it, the more we can explore it, and the more that we can create platforms to allow other people to perhaps deal with it in ways that they have been unable to do so in the past is incredibly important.
I think a project like this is really important because the bullying, especially that occurs in, you know, in high school and earlier, it's finally getting the attention in our society that it deserves. It's important for kids to realize that they're not alone, that this happens, but that you can get through it, you can survive, you can go on to lead a full and productive life and be happy and surround yourself with a family of choice, with friends of choice. You have a choice.
Your donation for Tattoo You the film will go toward all the production costs involved in putting together this film, and will also lay the groundwork for larger national conversation on this topic of bullying. Thank you so much.